Do you guys ever like look at yourselves and think like, wow, like I'm so pretty and I'm so smart and I'm so qualified and such a nice person. I deserve to be successful and deserve to make all the money in the world and be happy because I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It's Hidan, and today, guys, we will be covering a lawyer. It was this girl you saw on the introduction video. So apparently, she is a lawyer. She has studied law. She has followed university, and she is on TikTok, talking about the fact that she can't get married. So with that being said, gentlemen, let's see what she has to say.
No, because this is so funny. Recently, someone else told me this. They were like, I think maybe they were intimidated by you. And I was like, I thought I was very friendly and like nice, you know? I had no idea people thought I was intimidating.
No,
Because
people don't think you are intimidating. No one is intimidated by a 5 foot tiny woman. Like, I don't know what makes you think that people are intimidated or frightened of you. Like, maybe in the case of some people, it's just you are repulsive. And I'm not talking about this girl anymore. I'm talking in general. For all these women that say I make people feel insecure because I'm so dominant and empowered, and they just feel, they are scared of me. They're not scared of you. You see, like many men just don't want to deal with your bullcrap and entitled attitude. That is not being frightened, or you're not making anyone tremble of fear. But let's hear the second TikTok.
so I'm 28 right now, and a lot of my friends are starting to get engaged and get married. And the other day, I realized that I have no fucking clue how to get married, but I know exactly how to get divorced.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, gentlemen, she's a lawyer, so she knows all about divorce, but she doesn't know anything about commitment and getting married. So, before I say something and a bunch of womanists come to complain that I'm a patriarchal pig and I don't give women the freedom to walk, that's not the case. I respect this girl for being a lawyer. I think it's one of the few university careers that lead to something. It's a time demanding career, but someone needs to explain to modern women that times are wasting. Time waits for no one. This woman is already 28 with no serious partner, and I can already picture her in a few years saying, "Where have all the good men gone?" You have to pick, miss, because a good family takes time to build. You have to get to know the other person, you have to go through some problems as a pair to see how you handle them. The first years of living under the same roof are the most turbulent ones. And all of that takes time. You can't just wait till you get 30 and then match with 40 guys in a row on Tinder and select the one with the best results and push him to marry you and impregnate you in 2 months. It takes time to build a stable relationship and a good environment for a possible child in order to not have a kid and then break the family unit. So you have to choose. Yes, following your career early in life gives you a good economic start, but the ideal age for having a long-lasting relationship is also around your 20's. And this goes for men and women. Some men want to be successful in life while at the same time they play video games 12 hours a day. Some women want a good partner, yet they spend all their time on other things that don't lead to a family. But the difference between men and women, however, is that women deem valuable a successful man, while men don't care what the woman's situation is. A man can be in his 40's and there will be plenty of women wanting to be with him due to his success and wealth, while an attractive 20-year-old cashier has more value in men's eyes than a 40-year-old woman CEO. Men just don't value success, wealth, or studies in women, for the most part. So, as a last note, I'm not going to assume anything about this woman in particular. Maybe she's working towards Prince Charming, or maybe she has a notch count the size of her bank account password. I don't know her, but I have to say, women can choose to go for both things at once. In some cases, if a woman possesses what's valuable to men, that is, being pleasant and having a good personality, men are going to want her no matter what. So even though you may be 30, even though you may not be in your prime years, a lot of men will respect you for the decisions you've made and will get behind your choices if you're a pleasant individual who is not entitled. If, however, all this time you've been just messing around with random guys and now you want a serious guy, no man with self-respect will want to take you. And the same goes for single mothers. The reason why a lot of men are not willing to put up with single mothers is because of the poor choices they have made, and because of all the baggage that comes with them. I think that a lot of men will be willing to engage with a single mother who, for example, lost her husband due to certain circumstances. You know, if her ex-husband is not on the face of earth anymore. Yes, men value age, men value attractiveness, but what men value the most is your personality and if you have what it takes to be a good life partner. I'm saying all of this because a lot of women argue that men don't want women to follow careers because they feel intimidated or insecure, or because men want them in the kitchen only. No, I think most men can get behind whatever choices or circumstances a woman has brought into her life if she is acting serious. But what comes along most often than not with women who are single at age close to 30 is entitlement, emotional baggage to any failed relationships, absurd standards, and zero willingness to build towards something. Now, that was a long rant, but let's move on to our third TikTok.
I don't think any of us are interested in dating you, so you don't have to worry about this. Good night, sir.
So this guy says, LOL, in the world of dating, 28 isn't young. Woman's biological clock for kids really starts ticking at 30. And so she immediately gets butthurt about it. You know, it's so funny to see how women try to make a blind eye on their age, on the fact that, you know, maybe they've not spent their time on the best things. And when they get to 30 and someone reminds them this, whether that be this guy, you know, making the comment, or whether that be a family member asking, hey, do you have a boyfriend? They always get extremely butthurt about it, because they don't want to be reminded that they wasted the years in which they had to invest in a family. You know, if as a woman, if what you find valuable is work, then commit to work. If what you find valuable is going to clubs, okay, go to clubs. I don't care. But then don't come around and be mad when someone is asking you, hey, where is your boyfriend? You know, why don't you reply with, I don't need a boyfriend. I just want to go from club to club all my life. If that makes you proud, you know, if that is what you choose for your life, why don't you say it out loud when someone is asking you? Yet you feel embarrassed all the time because you know you've made poor choices. But gentlemen, enough about that. Let's move to our latest story, which, gentlemen, this is this is a quite hilarious one. I spent so much time laughing at this. So this is from a subreddit called Marriage, a place for sharing the for better and for worse of marriage. And I've got another story from this subreddit for a future video, but I just stumbled upon this this post, and it was so hilarious. So the title is, "This subreddit is so hostile towards husbands who post here." Just came from a post where the husband was complaining about not having bedroom fun for his birthday. There were valid points about how no one should feel entitled to bedroom fun, which I agree with, but a lot of the comments were bananas. Also, this subreddit only appears to believe this when the husband isn't having bedroom fun. I've seen many posts where it's reversed and the wives ditch this entitlement line them. Limao. Comments automatically assuming he is a man-child that doesn't take care of the house or his wife emotionally. Absolutely zero basis for these comments other than people's bias. This subreddit automatically takes the worst possible interpretations of husbands, even when there are no facts to support it. Or in other posts, when the husband has a low libido, this subreddit automatically assumes porn addiction or cheating. This subreddit has such an incredibly hostile view of husbands, and my best bet, men in general. Is anyone surprised, gentlemen? It's honestly exhausting, as I feel like a good chunk of the community here just has an axe to grind and aren't here in good faith. Edit. Thanks for whoever sent the Reddit cares request, really showing, etc. Edit 2. For all those denying this exists, you need not to look any further than some comments in this very post justifying their bias as revenge. Men don't deserve benefit of the doubt, or men usually wrong. So nothing surprising there, gentlemen. You know, it's so interesting to see how when a man says he has a problem, like for example, my girlfriend is not paying enough attention to me. We covered this on one of the last videos. People will call him insecure, or people will call him creepy or annoying or whatever. But when a girl says the same problem, you know, my boyfriend is not paying enough attention to me, people will say, oh, Queen, you deserve something better. Move along. We are all here to support you, etc., etc. I mean, you have been following Taylor for maybe quite a while, and this exact thing that we just read happens all the time. But gentlemen, we have even a more hilarious comment here by Sleep Coven 12 days ago. Typical Reddit marriage post. And not only marriage post, this happens in a lot of subreddits, but let's read. This is the common post, gentlemen. I, 32-year-old male, have been married to my wife, 31 years female, for 5 years. Lately, I've become a little concerned about some of her behavior. For one thing, she has been having an affair with her boss for 6 months. I know because I walked in on them having bedroom fun on our bed one day. It really started to bother me, and when I told her it made me uncomfortable, she put scalding hot water on my head and kicked me in the balls. Later that day, she poisoned a golden retriever. Gentlemen, I can't keep the composure here. Later that day, she poisoned our golden retriever and tried to burn our house down to get back at me. Anyway, she wants to go on a 2-week vacation to Italy with her boss to take time to think about things. How many times have we seen this? I need to take time to think about things. And meanwhile, the wife is just getting on with some random dudes. The person that wrote this comment has read so many Reddit stories, just like us, gentlemen. And it's so funny because every time we see a post written by a man, he says something along the lines of, my wife cheated on me, so I think I'm not feeling good about that. Can you advise me, guys, if I have the right to feel offended, or am I just overthinking? Like, as absurd as this Reddit story is, it follows the pattern of what men usually post. Let's keep reading. We have an infant son, so she has asked me to take PTO to stay home and watch him while she's in Italy. I feel a little uncomfortable with this. I am not sure I'm the baby's father, for one thing. I asked her to reconsider the trip, so she tried to stab me with a kitchen knife. Am I wrong to feel a little uneasy with this? This part. We have so many guys on Reddit stories asking if they have the permission to feel offended. You know, and they always boil down the problem that they have with their wife or girlfriend to, I think it's me, you know? Even the posts where a woman is literally, you know, cheating on his boyfriend, the boyfriend will be like, well, but if I paid more attention to her, it wouldn't have come to this. It's so disgusting. It's so disgusting to see so many men, you know, not only asking if they can be offended, but also constantly blaming themselves for literally everything. I just love this satirical comment. So we read the typical male post. Now let's read the typical comment with 2,000 upvotes and 15 rate awards. OMG, you sound like such an insecure man-child. Sounds like your wife is exhausted from carrying the mental load of your household. The mental load. How many times, gentlemen, have we heard that? The mental load, the the mental labor, the emotional baggage of the relationship. Do you ever, excuse me, take her out on dates? Help with the chores around the house? No man will ever tell me I couldn't go on a trip. Getting therapy because she divorces you're behind. You pathetic Neanderthal. Beautiful, gentlemen. This is just beautiful. We will end the video right here. I just laughed so much when I read that great story, man, because it's so relatable to the type of content we cover on this channel. But with that being said, gentlemen, thank you if you've made it till the end. Thank you for watching. I've been meaning to ask this on a poll on my YouTube channel, but I just thought, not a lot of people really will comment on it. But gentlemen, feel free to comment down below if you're watching the football or soccer finals. I know that the USA and Canada are both in the World Finals, and most of my viewers are from the USA and Canada. So I'm really rooting for these two teams because I know, gentlemen, it will make you, happy. Maybe you're excited. Maybe you're following it. So with that being said, gentlemen, I wish you a good one, and I'll see you next time. Peace.